Yo, good morning, Grand Rising, everyone. Hope you are well. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Uh, is this about?
Yeah, you good?
Go ahead, put that up. Is this about the what's going on in the Midwest?
Yeah, this is about that video is about the missing kids. I just wanted it to play before it sat there and put it on, so that way it would play all the
Oh,
way.
got you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's
But
going on with you? You showed me a video this morning of that young brother. I assume he was young, because I hope no one of a significant age would do anything like that. But was evading police and jumped over the highway trying to escape. And my thoughts vary from yours. Uh, but I just found it kind of funny.
right.
For me, I'm glad that brother got away from police. But uh, but you have your thoughts too. Like, what's your thoughts?
Um, I don't know no more, man. Hopefully, he wasn't. It wasn't something serious. I guess that's all that really. At the end of the day, like I don't want to see nobody go to jail, but if you've committed a crime,
Right.
you gotta go do the
Gotta
time,
do
man.
that. Yeah.
Right. We gotta stop being so soft sometimes. Um, when it comes to people that are out here committing acts of violence, that are committing crimes, because we're never gonna change anything or get anywhere moving forward if we can't stop the cycle.
Right.
Because that's what this is about for me, is the right versus wrong. Because I feel like what's going on in Cleveland, um, in the Cleveland area, in Ohio and Illinois, and shit, even just in Minnesota, you have people that are missing. You got kids that are missing, and
Mm.
it's like, how much do we really pay attention to what's going on around us? Because for the simple fact of, you got all these kids missing, and it's not even national attention. It's not even
So
um,
tell me the
something
grand
that
scale of like how many kids are going missing.
um, that they know it's damn near 30 in the first couple weeks of in just a 2 week span of May. But this
Wow.
this man right here can explain it way better than I can.
We got 30 motherfucking kids missing in Cleveland, man. So all you hoes that shaking y'all ass on this bitch, all you niggas trying to kill a nigga, wait till we find these goddamn kids and this shit get resolved and continue to kill each other and continue to shake our ass, bro. I got a phone call from my homie, his daughter missing, my nigga. And the police talk about, oh, they majority of them probably ran away. 30 kids, nigga, 30 different children, 30 different national colors, all that, from different places of the city, don't know each other, all just ran away. Like, get out of here, bro. We know in Cleveland, Ohio, it's missing it's vacant buildings and boarded up buildings, bro. When they tear down shit, they find bodies all the time in Cleveland, bro. So what we need to do is come together, all the parents. Because if you ain't no parent, you probably ain't gonna feel this, man. All the parents need to come together, put money together, get the When you call the police, guess what they tell you? Well, we just don't have enough resources and funds to go and 530 goddamn kids. But y'all chasing niggas on dirt bikes and all this shit. Man, get it together, man. And it's mighty crazy how Cleveland police really ain't get to speaking on it until the New York Times dropped, Washington, all the Post, all the other states highlighted extraordinary Cleveland, 30 kids missing. And to make matters worse, all 30 kids, all 30 of these kids been missing in 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks, not 3 months, not 6 months, 2 weeks, bruh. Man, listen, man. We got to come together this weekend or something. We about to go through these buildings. We about to go through these boarded up houses. And we about to at least try what we got going on, man. If you ain't going to do it for nothing, do it for the youth. Do it for the future, man. Hit me up in my DM if you try to, whatever we got to do, we got to do it. If you try to meet up, if you want to go buy some shit, if you want to donate some money to the shit, whatever we got to do. If you in Cleveland, Ohio, when I touch down, we all linking up and we all going through every bandit building through East Cleveland, Cleveland, Bedford, every goddamn where, nigga. 30 kids is crazy to me, bruh. Let's find these goddamn kids or at least try, man.
Wow.
Crazy.
30 kids missing in 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's insane. It is insane. And that's what's crazy for me is it's not even just there though. There's so many, other states that are having the same crisis of missing kids, and yet what are we doing about it?
Right.
People are out here chanting. I can't even say really that people are. I see people celebrating more than anything, than standing up to a system that is oppressing us. Is part of the reasoning of why we don't get no accountability. It's not even. I remember a time when you could just send your kids outside without, having to worry about them being snatched up or being shot at,
Mhm.
and we don't get that,
This
nowadays.
was told to come when the lights went on, when the street lights come on. You better be home.
Right,
You know, and we was able to do that. We can't. Well, first of all, kids don't really go outside these days, and if they do, they're like doing things that they shouldn't be because they don't have the leisure activities that they're supposed to have.
right.
That's
No,
part of the problem. Where our communities aren't invested in. We
right,
also
and
aren't
that's
invested in
truthful as
ourselves.
hell because we not really, um, we don't really give a fuck about shit anymore. I sit there and I think about not
Right.
even just with these missing kids, but also with what's going on in Davenport, Iowa. It's like you got a building that collapsed, and they are finally finding people. Hmm, it's like that's a city that's responsible. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're supposed to trust in, building inspectors to do the right thing for, people. That's what they're
Right.
paid to do, and yet there's still no accountability.
Yeah, fill me and viewers in on what's going on in Davenport, Iowa, right?
Yeah, Davenport, Iowa. So, if people don't know, hold on, let me try to find before I share a screen to find some back info so that people understand uh, what's going on. Because what I'm about to, her name is Gretchen Teskey. She is with, I think, the Quad City Times. Um, Quad Cities is basically an area in Iowa. They call it the Quad because it's such an area of like other states. Like I think it's such because it's so close to Illinois and
Okay.
Wisconsin. So I'm just trying to see if there's she just got a video that will be. Okay, here's no, that's a short one, but it don't really matter. I guess I'll just play a couple of them. Everybody's got such short videos, and
Right.
it's so hard to paint a picture with a
Attention
short video.
spans. Right.
But I guess here is. I'll just play a couple. Um, so, but here is. This is June 2nd. Uh, you have equipment that is moving rubble piles away from the building, the apartment complex building that collapsed a week ago. Let's see. But so if you look here, here is,
Are you able to zoom in?
yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, it's on the screen now. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go back. So this is who they found Saturday night is Mr. Brandon Colvin. They found him not in his apartment, but inside the rubble from the building. And you still have Ryan Hitchcock and Daniel Preen, who are still unaccounted for and missing, believed to be still inside the building in Davenport, Iowa. But they were able to um, find Mr. Colvin Saturday night. And last night they had a vigil for Mr. Brandon. Just trying to see here. So here goes another video. Of course, internet sucks. It's insane. And taking out appliances. So here's one that I thought was interesting. So renters in two apartments moved out in the days before they became a pile of rubble, citing concerns of cracking walls and floors and emails to property management. One renter submitted a complaint to the city May 15th and moved out May
Mm,
20th. Look at there's this big, but it's
mm-mm.
crazy because there's a big ass crack, man. And it's like, but this is the thing that like frustrates me because you literally, I'm just trying to see if I can, the picture will pull up. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. So, yeah, this is, look at that. That's crazy.
Mm.
Wow. Right through, like that. And see, the part that bugs me is that this place actually just had an inspection and passed May, I think it was May
Mm.
25th.
I'm done.
Right.
The
It's
fact that it
really
passed.
crazy.
Right.
Right. So I'm
Like
trying to
people will be quick to say it's a conspiracy, but there's some kind
right.
of
Oh yeah. They're so quick. So here, right here is Brandon's family. That's his son right there who graduated high school Saturday and then was away. He's been in front of the building, camped out, um, waiting for them to find his father. And they actually found his father when the day he graduated from high school.
mm,
But what I loved about last night though is I watched a little bit of the live because right, if you see this picture right here, this is his oldest son, Brandon's oldest son right here, and this is Michael Collier, who I've been following and watching on Facebook, and is also Brandon's cousin. Has been out there the
okay.
whole time um, on live. You know, he's been out there overnight. Yeah. So that's Brandon's youngest son. He has in his hand Elijah, and
Hmm.
then in the brown shirt is Noah, his oldest son.
Okay.
It's just sad all around though because it's you literally you know so you got Brandon Jr., Noah, and then Elijah. Because here goes Brandon Jr. right here, who graduated. You know,
And hold on, did he live? He lived there too, right?
no, he lived with his mother. It's just his
Okay.
dad. They lived in the building.
Okay.
Um, there was another part that I wanted to read out of this.
I'm looking at the map, and it looks like it's like an old part of town too.
Yeah, it's in an old like building. But there's a so Ben Blankship lived there, and he's back home at his parents' house in Georgia. Um, but he said a friend of his worked at the pub at the corner of Harrison and Third Street, saying he had better have not been in the building. Thankfully, he was not, but it didn't ease his stress to worry for everyone who else was in the building at that time. Blankship said he left Monday or Tuesday, May 23rd, and took with him his cat, summer clothes, and a few other necessities. But now he is left without a bed and bed frame, winter clothes, and other necessities such as kitchen supplies and a few sentimental items, including his father's old buck knife. It's definitely frustrating, but I'm very happy that I was out of there. Since the initial collapse, Blank Ship had received only a call from the local police department so they could account for him, and most recently, Community Action of Eastern Iowa, pertaining to his application for financial assistance. He had yet to receive any word from Red Cross or the city. He has been in contact with the property management team in hopes of contacting other residents to make sure they are okay, but has not been in contact with the property owner, Andy Wold. He attends St. Ambrose University where he plays lacrosse. Um, trying to see where he
Okay, yeah, I found
what he
the
wrote
building.
about it. So as months rolled on, issues in the building progressed and never got properly addressed. He even recalled how homeless people would get into the building, though it was supposed to be secured. A key fob or passcode was needed to get inside the building. When the temperatures began dropping, the heating in the building began to stop working. He said it would get fixed, but would continue to have problems off and on. He said he would use a space heater and at times would turn his oven on and crack the door open to let his apartment warm up. Around Christmas, when it really got cold, Blankenship recalled running into a mom who lived on the sixth floor and had a few kids. She told him her heating was out and was using two space heaters, but they weren't doing enough to keep them warm. Wow.
Mm,
Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Blankship
right.
said there wasn't an urgency when it came to maintenance issues. He said a lot of the time it was easy for him to do things himself, though most of the maintenance had to be approved by the property owner. Blankship said one of the maintenance workers was always willing to lend a hand, even if he was not on the clock. He would tell us that he wants to do repairs for the building. He wanted to buff out and shine the big entryway where an old fountain was in front of it and make it look super nice. As February rolled around, Blank should recall that's when he began to notice issues with the exterior. He was walking back from the parking lot to the apartment with his girlfriend when he noticed a big crack. He took a couple pictures of it, didn't think too much of it, and went
Hmm.
about his way. A few short weeks later, the crack became worse, exposing the exterior bricks and falling off. A
Oh hell
construction
no. Yep, time
right,
to go.
right. It's crazy.
I'll be
It's
homeless
so
over there.
sad to me because we have all these problems with infrastructure uh, in America, and it's like,
Right.
how
We don't
do
keep up with. We have a history of not keeping up with any of our infrastructure. whether it's the
Most
roads or
importantly,
buildings or
bridges.
bridges,
Right.
train
Right.
lines.
All of
Our
that.
country and our way of life is just, it's not even just cracking at the seams, it's dilapidated, and we're not doing anything to fix it but throw a few band-aids on it, be like, everything's fine, we're the greatest nation in the world. The fuck?
Right. No, you definitely on point there. You're definitely on point there.
Crazy. Oh, the other day, I went to uh we went to a rally in Philly, uh against, it was a anti rally, it was a protest against Ron DeSantis. Y'all know Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, and his racist, fascist, homophobic, transphobic ass passing, enacting and passing laws that are really damaging people's lives and putting all people at danger, not just the queer community, not just trans lives, but especially women. You could be in Colorado and send someone to Florida to be penalized in some way just because you don't like them. They may not be queer at all. They may not be trans at all. You just don't like your daughter, so you banish her to Florida. It's just crazy how this can happen in 2023, but it's happening, and now Ron DeSantis, I guess, is going on some kind of tour, um, and with none other than Moms for Liberty, or Moms for Liberty is
Oh yeah,
sponsoring
I
it,
seen
something
that.
like
Right.
that. And so this fascist, racist, queerphobic organization, they don't like anyone that is not Christian, supposedly Christian, or white. And
Right.
so there was the Marriott, I'm calling you out because you are anti-union, you're a union busting organization and a company that has had many different issues with union busting, specifically at this particular Marriott right in Center City, Philadelphia. And so they are hosted up by the Marriott, right? Which exploits its workers, doesn't pay them a fair wage, but you're going to pay for Ron DeSantis, a fascist, racist Republican, to come to the most democratic, black, and queer city in the nation to spew your bullshit during Pride Month, during Pride Week in Philadelphia in particular. It's no it's no secret when Pride Week is every year in Philadelphia. He chose that week, that weekend, for a reason. So, of course, again, Philadelphia is one of the queerest, it is the queerest, blackest city and most democratic city in America. So, of course, people are going to show out to protest this shit, and they will be protesting the whole time that he and his minions are there. If you want to hear more about Moms for Liberty, I did a podcast about that. Check it out on Spotify. The episode, it says Moms for Liberty in the title. I interviewed one of their minions in Lancaster County, actually. So check that out. Chaz, what you got going on here?
So this was just breaking, but we have literally in Iowa they have found all three bodies now of
Oh, wow.
Brandon. Yep. So the bodies of all three men have been recovered. This is an active investigation, so details will be released when we can provide additional information. So what the hell? Is that me or you?
It's me. Love a happy ending.
Um, is it
It's good
not?
to know that all the bodies have been found, like respects can be paid properly, people can have proper burials and all the whole nine and everything. So that's a really good thing to hear.
A lot of cheering going on. I'm trying to see if I can. Okay, so here it is. So now Brandon Colvin, Ryan Hitchcock, and Daniel Preen have all been found. Yeah, so the investigation can Yeah, people. Like,
He's
yeah.
a lot of cheering going on. I'm done.
But here's that video that we were talking about earlier, where the guy,
Right.
the state patrol in Minneapolis, or yeah, it was Minneapolis, North Minneapolis, actually, right off of 94 and Broadway. But yes, I don't know what the hell happened, but Buddy definitely got to be quicker than that. Yeah, this shit crazy right here. I wonder what people were sitting there thinking.
Hmm.
Like, what the? Oof,
Right.
damn, that was crazy. And then you got Roke. He's just ran over there, ran across. Hey, man, hold up. Let me catch a ride, man. Hey, yeah, come on, bro. Man, come on. See the popo after me? Yep, come on. Yeah, hop in, buddy. That's insane.
I'm done.
And then just went on their way. Crazy as hell.
It's crazy because you know they
That,
gonna get caught
yeah,
too.
that's
The
crazy.
license plate, cameras all around.
Right. But that's what's crazy to me of like why why would you risk yourself?
Not to mention the
And I
guy
get
left
it.
his car getting towed, so like
Right. See that,
they're gonna
but
find you.
yeah, right. I mean, and we don't know if that was a stolen vehicle or not. I mean, obviously it was.
Right.
I see that heard that. I think it read that it was a stalled vehicle. So, but I mean, he obviously running from something because you don't. I don't know anymore. But yeah, so that shit. I don't know if I could do that, man, because you don't know what he was running from the police for. You don't know why the
Right.
police wanted him. So I don't know if I would have actually. I mean, I'm not picking up shit from the side of the road. So, but that's just me. Everybody else can do what they want to do. Uh, that's
No,
just
I
me.
hear
I
you.
ain't picking.
I hear
Yeah, not in these times. Motherfuckers cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
you.
And I ain't trying to be the appetizer, the entree, the main course, or the dessert. So,
I understand that. Now I feel you. Yeah, it's not your karma. It's not your line, your karma, your life. I understand that. I think
no, I mean, I'm
like
down for, if anything, I would have stopped and made sure that Buddy got, everything was okay. But to sit there and help
right,
him,
right.
get away,
I feel
to
you.
me that's just ridiculous.
I feel you.
That's not showing to me responsibility. That's not showing me that you're even mature. Because to me, what if that was, somebody that, and this is just hypothetically, because I don't know why the police wanted to detain him. But maybe he, had a warrant for murder. Maybe he had a warrant for uh, selling drugs that somebody OD'd off of. I mean, it
Right.
could be a lot of various, different things. I'm not sit here to be the judge, the jury, or the executioner, but I also want people to stand up and be responsible for their indiscretions, for their crimes.
Yeah.
Um,
Or
you know,
anything that involves their life, anything in their lives, they need to hold accountability, take
right?
responsibility. Yeah.
But yeah, that shit crazy though.
I know that's
And ain't nobody talking about Chicago.
what's going on.
Well, all the gun violence. But
Mm,
I do get what people are, oh, that's normal. No, gun violence should never just be normal.
true. Very true.
Not the rate that it's happening at either. Oh, let's see. Um, oh yeah, they can't see my screen anyway. So yeah, because Chicago was trending on Black Twitter this weekend. Whatever the fuck
Mm.
Black Twitter is. Mhm. So, all right, let me share my screen so people can see this. Well, not like there's anybody on right now anyway. Um, but yeah, another deadly weekend in Chicago. 52 shootings and 10 fatalities, and it isn't even a holiday weekend. Last week, Chicago Mayor Johnson said he inherited a mess and that he isn't responsible for the decades of poverty and disinvestment, which he says is the root cause of Chicago's death toll. But Chicagoans ask, is this going to be his mantra for the next 4 years? Yeah, it makes a lot of good points. That's a lot of people, man. 52 shot, 10 killed in the weekend. And I think
Wow.
but I think what's crazy is the whatever last weekend we had, Memorial Day weekend, um, was crazy. Yeah, see, 53 people shot over the Memorial Day weekend. So they had in the span of 2 weekends, they had 105 shot and I think 18 dead. Oh, yeah, 11. It's crazy.
Where does all this stuff happen in Chicago?
Man, I don't. I get they probably just like primarily like in like Minneapolis, certain sections of Chicago. Um, you have just that's a lot of gunfire though. God damn. We mm. Damn. 53 shot and 11 were killed over Memorial Week. So that was last weekend. That's a lot of people shot, man. That's over or 20 dead and 105 shot.
Mm-mm.
I could only imagine their hospitals on the weekend.
Right.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Let me see what this picture says. So, damn.
That's too much.
245 killed,
That's too much.
892 wounded.
Even one is too much, but damn.
Right, it is. It is. Damn, that's crazy. Insane. And it was, what's crazy to me, it was gun violence awareness weekend. And to
Mm.
see the rate that we're having all these and it's not just Chicago either, because it's Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's Detroit, it's Minneapolis, Baltimore, New York.
Yep.
It's not just Chicago. It's even Louisiana, New Orleans. You have Baton Rouge, um,
Mm.
even in Atlanta. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
it's insane right now, and I don't even know what to say. That I honestly, to me, the bullshit that we're facing, I think people are
When you
so
take food and resources away, you put guns on the streets, then drugs. You take food away and give them fake food and nothing but sugar and fats, which actually makes the mind more erratic and more prone to like anxiety and freaking out and anger, all the bad emotions. That's a recipe for like exactly what we're experiencing. And all the evidence and studies are there to show it. We know this. We're just not making the connection to hold the people that are responsible for it accountable. And that's the problem. Like I guess the question I have is like, what do we do to wake people up to them knowing that they're willingly taking part in killing themselves, all of us, because we're letting it happen. Um,
right.
yeah,
No, and we definitely are letting it happen right in front of our eyes and ain't saying shit. And that's what's crazy to me.
yep. People like white people will go, "What about black on black crime?" And we get offended by it, and they shouldn't be saying that. But at the same time, it's very true. What about it? Well, we need to stop being like, "What about it?" and actually
Do
listen.
something about it.
Um, yeah, because yeah, they are coming from a racist connotation, but there's truth to it.
Yep. That's facts right there. No, so that's all I got for today. At least right now. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be more coming out. I know the Ukraine Russia shit's heating up a little bit. Um, I know today in 37 minutes there is a press conference out of Louisville, Kentucky. They're starting a campaign um, against Daniel Cameron, who is running for governor of Kentucky. And then, I remember what I was going to talk about from Iowa and Davenport is one thing that I loved hearing last night during the vigil is them. They already started a petition to recall the mayor. And that's how democracy works. That's how our government was um, built to work. Is applying that pressure. But sometimes, when we can't, you know, get it done by, doing it in the streets, sometimes we got to play their game, and to know that this is chess, not checkers. Because there is ways that we can get out these politicians um, by forms of malfeasance. Um, I think that's how you say it. And nonfeasance is the word. So that basically meaning that they're not doing their job ethically, in which I don't feel like a lot of politicians don't do um, their job correctly, because nobody can go up there and just tell the truth. So malfeasance is a wrongdoing, um, especially by officials or public officials. Um, so malfeasance it involves dishonesty, illegality, or knowingly exceeding authority for improper reasons. Um, for me, especially in Iowa, I hope that they use malfeasance as a reason for the recall, for the simple fact of um, being them being dishonest. The mayor, they voted that man in there to protect and to serve all, and it seems like his interests are only corporations and rich people, not the people that he says that matter, which is everybody. And I don't feel like the people at 324 Main Street, I don't think those people were included in everybody, as we can see, because they're not being treated like they're everybody. They're being treated like they're second class citizens. Uh, and the fact that people have to sit out there and call media or go on Facebook Live to get attention for cities, government, and for government officials to do the right thing, or even to be able to have to get involved, it should never have to come to that. Uh, so I hope that their petition for a recall works. I hope that it works out the way that they want it to. I know that it's not going to happen overnight like that, but the fact that people are standing up um, to do what's right and calling out the wrongs that are being done in their community, that's what community looks like, and that's what a community is, because it does take a village. So I want to really give it up to Michael Collier and everybody else in Davenport that is doing the damn thing, because it's no justice, no peace. And there's people may look at that slogan or chant in different ways, but actions speak louder than words, and you can still do them actions and speak those words at the same time. Uh, so with that being said, Jontel has anything else to say? I think he might be off.
Sorry, I think you're good. I think I'm good, and you kind of wrapped that up nicely. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and say your ending closing.
All right. Well, with that being said, y'all have a great one, and you already know what it is: win or fail, freedom or jail, heaven or hell. Wish us well. Y'all have a great one.